In this video series, you're going to learn how to get your online presence started. Now, your online presence is going to start with your first website. The problem with a lot of beginner tutorials is that they assume that you know something about what you're doing. In this case, we're going to start from the beginning, so you don't need any previous knowledge. We're going to start out with talking about domain names and hosting and how they relate to your website. And then we will talk about how to set up your website, how to get it uploaded to the internet and how to access it, how to upload other files that you might need, and how to get some search engine optimization done so that your website gets found by the search engines. Well, first, let's talk about domain names. All websites have a domain name of some sort. For instance, Yahoo is yahoo.com. Yahoo.com is their domain name. Google is google.com. You get the idea. So if you have a website, you're going to need a domain name in order for people to be able to find it. A domain name simply points at what's called an IP address, Internet Protocol address, and it in turn points to a hosting account where the files are stored. And it all ties together, and then when you are looking for the website, it appears in your browser, and depending on how it's designed, you'll be able to interact with it by clicking on the links, watching the videos, etc. Now on the other side of that is the hosting account. Here's an example of a company you can use for hosting. What it provides you is a place to upload your files, and your domain points at this web host. That way people can access whatever you upload to the internet by typing in a certain address, and you can also link to other pages and files on your site by linking them from your web page. The principles I'm going to show you will work for any type of website that you want to create. In our case, let's create a website on the subject of removing spyware from our computer. So the first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to search for a domain name that matches that. So let's go over to a website where we can do that. One of the ones I like to use is called GoDaddy at godaddy.com. Here's what it looks like. And what you can do in here is you can search for a domain name, then you register that domain name. So you just go to the search here and you type in a domain name you want to search for and you click go. It'll tell you whether it's available or not. It'll also give you some suggestions that you might want to consider. So you just go through this exercise until you find one you like. So let's give one a try here. So I have easy spyware removal in there, .com. Usually you're going to want to try and get a .com domain name. If you're on a real budget, you can sometimes get .info domain names for $1.99 or even 99 cents. Here they're on for 99 cents right now. Let's click go. Okay, and as you can see, it's already taken. But if you look down here, we have easyspywareremoval.info available for 89 cents. So if you're on a budget, you might want to consider that one. Okay, so you could either use one of these that it's suggesting here, or you can keep on searching. Okay, over here, there are some additional domain names. easyspywareremovals.com. It's just coming up with some alternatives using a robot to try and get something for you. So you can look through these as well to see if anything matches what you want. And also they have what are called premium domain names here, if there are any. These are for sale by auction, and of course they have a higher price to them. So you can look through those if you have a bigger budget. And international, these are country specific type of domain names. Okay, so just continue to search until you find it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to register this inexpensive domain name here. So all you have to do is sign up for a GoDaddy account. It's free, and then you can go and register. So continue with the registration. Okay, they do an upsell for you here. If you want to buy the other domain names, they give you a discount. So you can either add them, click no thanks, and then continue through the checkout. Okay, you'll get to this screen. You can check how long you want to register it for. You can change that here. Now right here it says click here to set the name servers. That has to do with your hosting account. What that does is it points your domain name at your hosting account. We haven't set up our hosting account yet, so we will come back and do this later. But if you already had a hosting account, you could set your domain name servers right here and save yourself a step. Now there are different types of registration here. Standard registration. If you take this, then your name and so on is available during a Whois search. And then you have deluxe and protected, and they all have different levels of privacy. So you can pick how you want that to work. And if you want to see any more deals, you can just select this one here, or we can just go to the checkout. So I'm just going to go to the checkout. Okay, and then we have the final screen here where we can make any changes we want. It shows us how much we're paying. Down here, we choose how we're going to pay. And you also have to agree to the terms down here. Read and agree to the terms of the Universal Terms of Service and to the terms of the Domain Registration Agreement. Okay, so you need to check both of those. Check how you want your payment to work. And then continue with the checkout. Okay, and then you get to this point where you can make sure that all your personal information is correct. Gives you a summary over here, and just click place your order and you're all done. Okay, and you got to enter the CAPTCHA code here. Okay, and then our order is complete. Okay, they show us some other offers down here as well. Okay, this takes a little while to process, but once it's processed, it will appear in your domain manager you see over here. So if you click on that, you'll see all the domain names that are registered to you. Okay, so here we are, and right here is easyspywareremoval.info. Now if we click on the domain name, this is where we can change settings for it if we need to do that. Okay, so there's all kinds of things in here that you can change. Now, we're going to be changing our domain name servers after we set up our hosting account. This is where we're going to do that. Down here we have our contacts, and these are the people that are the different contacts. We have a registrant, administrative, a technical, and billing contacts. They can all be the same or all different depending on how you've set up your organization. Okay, we have half our equation done. Next, we need to go have a look at setting up our hosting. Now it's time to look at web hosting. As an example, I'm going to use HostGator. HostGator is very reliable hosting and is very competitively priced. Now you need to determine your needs a little bit before you purchase a hosting package. Now what we can do is we can go and view our web hosting plans. The featured web hosting plan is this one here. I believe it's called Baby. But let's do a view web hosting plans, and it brings up the different plans here, and depending on what you're going to do, you'll be able to pick the one you need. Now let's go and compare all hosting plans. Now the first thing you need to determine is if you're ever going to use more than one domain name. Usually you are, so usually the hatchling is not going to be good for you. So I recommend either the Baby or the Business. Now there are some differences between these. Your own toll-free number. You can see what they are in here. So let's close this. Let's go up to the top, close. And now let's order the Baby plan. Okay, we've already got our domain name, so I will use my existing domain name and update my name servers only. So easyspywareremoval.info, click next. Okay, pick your plan here. We're going to go with Baby. That's our primary domain name. We can have add-on domain names in here. That's how we can host unlimited domain names on this package. And I'll show you how to do that in a little while. Click Continue. Okay, it gave us a coupon here. Calculate our totals. Okay, and it just goes through and shows you we got $1.99 off, so we're at $7.96. And then we're a new customer here, or if you have an account, you can put it on here. Click continue. This is where you set up your account, so put in all the information here. Username and password down here, and how you're going to pay here. Credit card or PayPal. Fill all that out, read and agree to the terms, and then verify your order. Once you've done that, you're going to get an email from HostGator that'll give you all the information. This is what it looks like here. It gives you your domain name, username and password, your IP address, your name servers. This is the important part for the next step. You need to take these name servers and you need to update them on your domain so that your domain name points to your name servers. So let's go and do that now. Okay, so here we are back at our domain details here. And what we need to do is manage our name servers right here. So click on that. Then we get our email. Okay, here it is. Here's what our domain name servers have to be. So NS, in this case, 567.hostgator.com. You need to look at your email and make sure you get the right ones because they have lots of different domain name servers. Okay, so that's what we do. We go back here. Here you want to do, I host my domains with another provider. And this is where you put in your name servers here. So you can just copy those directly from your email to make sure you get them right. It's the easiest thing to do. So do a copy and then do a paste. And do a paste again. This one was just one different, like that. And that's it. Now you could have up to 4 different name servers and even more. You can add more here. When you're done, click OK, and it'll update the name servers. Okay, and it has submitted our changes. Okay, at this point, our hosting account and our domain name are all set up. In the next video, we're going to go into the back end of our hosting account, and I'm going to show you how to use some of the basic functions there.